Okay, let's start. Today we are going to do chapter number 3, profit and non-profit organization. So what is profit organization and what is non-profit organization? First of all, see, few organizations run to earn profit, means the motive is to earn profit, like the shops which you see on the road. They are also doing a business. They are selling their goods to you and they are earning a good amount of profit. But the non-profit organization, what they do, they only give you the services, but they don't take so much of money, or their motive is not to take so much of money so that they can make a good amount of profit. Understood? Like charitable trust. In our locality there is a charity where poor people go for their medical checkups. They take only nominal charges, but they don't make any kind of profit. Understood? So that the poor people can get their checkups done in a very nominal rate. But the same checkups, if they want to do in any private organization, in a private medical organization, then they have to pay a huge amount of money, which they can't afford. Understood? Now what's given in your book is that meaning of profit seeking organization. The first para, the 5 lines which are there, that is of no use. Come to the next para, organizations, meaning of profit seeking organizations. What it is said, organizations which are established and operated primarily with the motive of earning profit may be described as profit seeking organization. Or profit seeking organization are basically a business organization, what I said before. Those organizations which run with the motive of earning profit is known as profit earning organization. Whatever you see, or whichever organization you see, means they are doing business, is profit making organization. Only where you will see that nominal rates are being taken from the people for the welfare of the people, that organization is known as non-profit organization. Next, no business can serve. See what it is given over there, that no business can survive without earning profit. Understood? No business can survive without earning profit. If think you have a plot of land, and you have made a godown. You have made a godown with bamboos. Wait, let me do it. You have a plot of land and you have made a godown with bamboos. Okay. Now you want to give rent to someone. Say he will give you 10,000 rupees per month. He will give you 10,000 rupees per month. Now if you make this go down in a more better manner, means you have made concrete walls. Understood? You have developed it too nicely. Now how much can you charge? More than this amount? Giving rent is a type of business for you. But if you invest more money on this, then you can receive more amount in future. Now how you will invest money in this? If you can earn profit, if you don't have profit, how you will invest? From where you will get the so much amount of money? So it is given over there. That no profit organization can survive without earning profit. Okay? and I'm reading it for you. No business organization can survive for long without earning some profit. It is the incentive of the earning money which promotes people to set up and run business organizations. Profit also provides the money for modernization, expansion, growth of business, what I said earlier. If you are not earning profit, how can you develop it? That's not economical. If you're going on investing your money from your home and you're not getting the profit, that is uneconomical. Got it? That doesn't make any sense. Now next, it is said in India, government also owns and controls several business organizations. Bharat Heavy Electricals, Indian Oil Corporation, State Trading Corporation of India, Hindustan Machine Tools, Steel Authority of India, etc. are few examples of such organizations. Who owns all this organization? Government owns all this organization. These organizations were set up to speed up the industrial development in the country. See how a country develops. If you have learned this thing in your history, the industrial revolution and all. A country develops if there are a number of industries in that country. How? If you have an industry or a factory in your locality, you will see many people goes over there for job. Understood? Many people go there for job. Now they will earn money from there. They will get their wages from there. And with that wages, again they will buy their necessities of life which are required for their life, like food, clothing and all. Now again, the person who is selling that cloth, that food, whatever, to that person who is working in that factory. Now he is also earning profit. In this way, each and everyone gets their profit from that money. Means everyone gets benefit from that money in a circular way. Now next, a person seeking a profit-seeking organization is engaged in production or purchase and sale of goods and services on regular basis with the object of earning profit by satisfying human wants. It undertakes the economic activities, a grocery shop, a sugar mill, an automobile repairing workshop, a truck company are examples of profit-seeking organizations. Got it? Now see how a business is done. If you are not rendering service and you are only selling your product, then how you will sell? Number one option, manufacture your own product and then sell, or else buy any product from the producer and then sell it to the ultimate customer. These are the two ways. Either you manufacture and then sell, or you can buy the products from any of the producer and then you can sell by keeping your profit. And the next thing, you can sell your services. Like I am teaching you. For that, I am getting my fees. That is also economic activity. Got it? Next, you are coming to meaning and types of non-profit organization. What are the non-profit organizations? See, now what you are learning is the basic thing, but reality is something different. When you will go for BCom or Chartered Accountancy or Cost Accountancy, then you will understand what is the meaning of all these non-profit organizations. It's nothing, so it's not good to say you, but many kaplas are done over here. Understood? The non-profit organization are those organizations which are set up and run not to earn profit but to serve the society. In the starting of the class I have said you, that when you are talking about the non-profit organization, it means that it is made only to give services to you by taking nominal amount, or if they don't want, they will not take any amount from you. It is only to give service to the society. It's for the betterment of society, for the welfare of the society. Got it? Non-profit organizations are those organizations which are set up and run not to earn profit but to serve the society. For some examples of non-profit organization are charitable organization. What it is said over there? These organizations exist to provide financial assistance like donation, etc. for various social causes. For example, Tatas and many other industrial houses have established charitable trusts which provide scholarship for higher education to young person mainly from poor families. Example, Ratan Tata Trust. Few trusts are also there. Charitable trusts are there. Few charitable trusts, see, they give services to you. They give services to you, but they don't take money from you. Or if they are taking money from you, that is also a very nominal amount. Now here what the example is given, there are a few industrialists who set up their own charitable trust, okay, and why they do it? They do it for the upliftment of the society. What is the meaning of upliftment of the society? For the betterment of society, so that the outlook of society becomes better. Now what Ratan Tata is doing, Ratan Tata Trust, he gives scholarship to those poor students who can't afford for their education. Got it? Next, educational organization. Business houses have also set up schools, colleges which offer educational facilities to public at nominal cost. Nominal cost means at a very low rate. Understood? Central and state government have set up schools, colleges, universities, IITs, IIMs, libraries and other educational institutions for the development of human resource in the country. These are different from private educational institutions which have been set up to earn money. Example, Council of Indian School Certificate Examination. What it is said? It is said that business houses have also set up their schools, okay, colleges to offer educational facilities to public at nominal rate. See, in public schools, what I have learned, see, we are from government colleges. Actually, my education was from government college. My BCom, I have done my BCom from government college. There we used to pay 75 rupees per month as our monthly fees. What it? 75 rupees per month, monthly fees. It was our monthly fees. But if you go for the the private colleges, then you have to pay 2 to 3,000 or 4,000 rupees per month as your monthly fees. What it? There's a huge difference between both of them. They are the educational organization where we students, we get the benefit by giving a very nominal rate. A very nominal means money or rate, whatever you say, to them, and we get our educational facilities. In our religious organization, temples, churches, gurudwaras, masjid, etc. exist to provide facilities to people for their religious activities. Example, Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee. Now in the religious organization, if you go for worshipping in the temple, do they take money from you? No, never. You just go, you worship over there and you come back to your home without paying any money to the temple organization. The public health organization. Public hostels and dispensaries are set up to provide free medical facilities to public in general. In poor country like India, these organizations play a vital role in the promotion of public health. Example, Sulabh International. Public hospitals, dispensaries are set up to provide free medical facilities to public general. Like the government hospitals which you see in your locality, they don't take money from you, or if they take, they will take a nominal cost, a nominal rate. Okay. Next, municipal organization. Municipal authorities in every state and union territory provide sewage disposal, water, electricity, sanitization, and other essential services to people. Example, New Delhi Municipal Corporation. You can say our this West Bengal Corporation also. You will see in early morning people come and clean up our roads. What is that? Do they take money from us? From each and every house? No. They do their work and they go to their home. Who is paying to them? The government is paying to them. Or you can say the local authority, that is the municipality, is paying to them. Got it? We are not paying. The municipality is paying to them. So that is a free fund service which is provided to us. Political organization. Political parties exist to protect and promote political interest of their members. They sponsor, support candidates during election and carry out various political functions. Example, Bharatiya Janata Party. Next is mutual benefit organization. These are the voluntary associations set up for the benefit of their members and the public. Clubs and trade unions are examples of such organization. Example, Hind Mazdoor Sabha, HMS. Means few organizations are set up for the welfare of their own members. Means if the members of that organization face any problem, then they will go and help only to their members who are being affected. Commonwealth organization, like the police, army, do they take money from us? No. They give us free services, but from whom they are getting their payment, their salaries? From their government. Understood? They don't take money from us. They are being paid by the government. So what is the comparison between profit and non-profit organization? Primary motive is of this profit organization is to earn money, and of non-profit organization is to render service. They don't earn profit. Main function of profit organization is production and distribution, and non-profit organization is help. Now what is the net result of operation? The net result of the operation is either the profit organization will earn profit or they will suffer loss. And in non-profit organization, the profit is set as surplus and the loss is set as deficit. But why we don't say it as profit or why we don't say it as loss? Because it's a non-profit organization. They are not allowed to earn any kind of profit. Now how the surplus comes? If the receipt, whatever they are receiving, is more than the expenditure. If the receipt is more than the expenditure, then they will get surplus. And if the receipt is less than the expenditure, then it will be said as deficit. Understood? Tax is not paid by the profit organization, and tax is paid by the profit organization, and tax is not paid by non-profit organization. Understood? Now the charitable organization, what it is said, our society is divided into rich and poor people. Rich people have the means to meet all their requirements. They lead a luxurious life. But poor people find it difficult to meet their essential needs of food, clothing, shelter. In India, most of the people are poor. A part of the population lives even below poverty line. How to calculate below poverty line, that I'll teach you later. It's also given in my YouTube channel. You can search it from there. My YouTube channel name is Anish Shaw Classes. There it is given how to calculate BPL. In such a situation, government, rich people and voluntary agencies can help the poor in various ways. These they can set up trust and other organization to offer financial assistance in cash and kind. What is cash and kind? Cash means, say that I'm giving you in cash, means the money, or in kind, if I'm giving you this book, then it is in kind. For example, if the book cost rupees 265, if I'm giving you the book, that is in kind. And if I'm paying 265 rupees to you and I'm saying you to buy the book for yourself, then it is in cash. Got it? The organization are called charitable organization. This kind of organization is known as charitable organization, where the rich people, the rich organization donates to the charitable organization, and the charitable organization renders the service to you, not to you, but the poor people. Some examples of these organizations are as follows: educational trust. These trusts run school, colleges to provide free education to poor people. They also offer scholarship, loans to bright children from poor families. Some of them run free libraries. See, few trust runs schools, colleges, and they don't take money from the children. They also provide scholarship to them. Means if they get a good result, they will get scholarship. Scholarship means an amount of money which is given to the student free of cost. Even there was a tuition teacher. Means we used to go and study under his guidance. He used to provide scholarship to us. But that was not educational trust, because he used to take money from us. That money means that he used to take fees from us. Clubs. The clubs such as Lions and Rotary organize blood donation camps. These organizations also provide help to victims of natural calamities such as flood, fire, earthquake, etc. Got it? Means if there will be any natural calamity, if there is any destruction, they will go and they will help to the needy. Voluntary or association. Many organizations have set up dharmshalas, night shelters, etc. to provide accommodation to the people who have no place to stay. Voluntary association, what it is said, that many organizations have set up that dharmshala where people go and stay there free of cost. Night shelter. What is a night shelter? At night, if any traveler is traveling and if he don't have sufficient amount of money, or if he is poor, then he can go and take night shelter. He can take shelter at night in that kind of organization. That is the voluntary organization. Many charitable bodies donate money to National Defence Fund, Prime Minister's Relief Fund, etc. Organization of non-profit organizations. What did you say? There exists a wide variety of non-profit organizations. Some of them are member serving, while others are community serving. What is member serving and what is community serving? Member serving means what? The organization is made only to help their own members. It is known as member serving. And if it is community serving, means what? It is done for the general public. Anyone can get benefit from that. Got it? Mutual societies, cooperatives, trade unions, credit unions, industry association, sport club, senior citizens club serve their members. Means only they will serve only to their own members who have got the membership from that organization. Only they will get the benefit from there. But the general public will not get any benefit from there. Red Cross, Child Relief and You, SCRIBE, short form SCRIBE. Help Age are examples of community serving organization. Although non-profit organization generates surplus revenue, but the surplus is not been distributed. In NPO, we call it as NPO, non-profit organization. See, if in any ways they earn profit, but the profit is called as surplus over here, that profit is not been distributed to their members. It will again be invested in that organization only to develop it more. Understood? So that the organization gets expanded. More three things to learn, that is societies. A society is a group of 10 or more people. Means the first condition should be at least 10 people should be there, 10 persons should be there, or more than 10 persons. That is also accepted, but at least there should be 10 persons who associate voluntarily and register it under Cooperative Society Act 1912 to protect and promote their common interest. Every member has one vote and the society is managed by executive committee elected by the members. This executive committee elects president, vice president, secretary, joint secretary. See, for making a society, you need, first condition is you need to have 10% or more than 10%. The second thing, each member gets one vote. Like your guardian, they go for giving their vote during elections. Now election is held over here also. Okay, election is held over here also. Who will become the president, the vice president, and blah blah blah. Every member has one vote, and they go and they give their vote and elect the president, the vice president, who will run that or who will lead that society. Okay, one example is given over here, that is Kaira District Cooperative Society, producer of Amul brand and milk, is an example. Who have formed this? The Amul brand, Amul company. Trusts are set up to further social causes such as public health, education. Trusts are exempted from income tax. Means what is the meaning of exempted from income tax? Means they don't have to pay any kind of tax on their income. Though they don't earn any kind of money, but if by any ways they are getting grant, someone is like any rich people is donating over there, that is also a receipt for them. Then also they don't have to pay any kind of tax. They are being exempted. Okay. A trust is formed when a rich person or entity transfers property in cash or kind. Again, that cash or kind. Cash means what? Means someone is paying hard cash, that money, to them, or in kind, like someone has donated his own land to that trust. And he said that you run your trust on this land. Okay. In India, trusts run temples, educational institution, medical institution, etc. Many of the examples are given over here. You can read it. Next is non-profit companies. Non-profit companies is a company that is registered under Companies Act 2013 for the purpose other than earning profit and distributing them to its members. It is managed by Board of Directors. We say it as BOD. The director is elected by the members of the company. Sulabh International is a non-profit company. What is a non-profit company? Once again I am reading for you. A non-profit company is a company that is registered under see, if you want to form a company, first of all you need your company to be get registered, or you need the organization to be registered under the Companies Act. Then only you can call it as a company first. Okay. A very simple procedure is there. You will follow it and you can convert your organization to a company. See, all this kind of company, why it is formed? I've never seen non-profit organization, non-profit company. Sorry, I've never seen non-profit company in my life. It is out of my knowledge, first of all. But what it is said over here is that the company has been formed not to earn any kind of profit. Understood? Not they will earn any profit, not they will distribute any profit to their members. And rest of the things are same as all other companies follow, that it is managed by Board of Director, and how this how they elect the director. The director is elected by the members of the company. Who are the members of the company? The shareholders are known as the members of the company. There is a difference between members of the company and shareholders of the company that I will teach you later. Okay, but for this level you understand, you can say it as members and shareholders of a company, both are same. For your level it is okay. Understood? When you will learn Companies Act, then you will see a little bit of difference is there. A little bit of difference is there between members and shareholders. Okay? That's all for today. I've made you learn the full chapter. The chapter number 3 is been totally completed. If you get any kind of confusion with this chapter, then you can say me. Okay? The school will arrange a Zoom class for you all. There you can ask any kind of questions you feel like from this chapter. But you read this chapter very properly. Okay, from my side the chapter has been completed. Find all the question answers from this chapter. The question answer is given over here. The question is given over here. Find out the answers. The short answer questions, long answer questions. Okay, find it yourself. If you face any difficulty for finding all these answers, then you can say it. Okay.